if we could maybe handle Mr. Milton and then.
Okay, yeah. Hold on, Ms. Rowe. Here's what I'm going to do. Mr. White, I'm going to give you this plea form. You're going to go outside. Do you have a cell phone with you?
Yeah, I was about to do that.
You're going to talk to Ms. Rowe in a few minutes, and you're going to have this form with you so that you can go over it with her. And if you're thinking, this is too much to make a decision today, that's fine. We can reschedule you. But I'm going to give you a chance to speak to Ms. Rowe and decide if you want to proceed today.
I do, if you don't mind me speaking.
Go ahead.
I do have an appointment, but I would like to, I think it's best probably so I have time to talk to her.
Okay, here, you want to get
The state does have a motion before the court to continue.
Okay, all right. Have a seat for a second, Mr. White. It looks like we may be getting this taken care of here.
Okay.
So the state is making a motion to continue the jury trial today and resetting. So, and which is, I think, is going to be what you want, Mr. White. So you have time to go over the form anyway with Ms. Rowe. Is that correct? Okay.
Yes.
So I have both Mr. White requesting a continuance and the state requesting a continuance. And let's see here.
I appreciate that. Thank you.
Sure, no problem.
And the trial date, Your Honor?
Its confirmation is 8 November, trial 15 November.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Well, he just called me when he stepped out of court, so he has mine, Mr. White. I will either call you, or if you could call me at noon, then we'll be able, I'm glad I've got a number to get a hold of you now.
All right. Thank you.
All right.
Am I excused?
Yeah, we're not until I give you this document so that you have it.
Sorry.
Thanks, bye-bye. And Mr. Milton, good morning.
You're on mute, Mr. Milton.
You're muted.
Yes. How are you, Your Honor?
I was going to say, it's not like you to be so silent.
Yeah, I'm really not.
All right. Ms. Rowe, what are we doing here?
Your Honor, I'm hoping Mr. Thompson has received some paperwork on Mr. Milton's case.
It is.
Mr. Milton, if you wouldn't mind, is there any way you could kind of stay still? You're making me dizzy.
Oh, I could, but it's really not in my nature.
Do you have any work?
Yes, I'm putting it down.
I'll move slowly. Is that okay? I enjoy pacing.
And while the court is receiving that paperwork, I can give the colloquy. I have this.
I'll go ahead and do that, Ms. Rowe. So
Okay.
we'll just do it once. All right. Okay. Mr. Milton and I know each other, so we speak the same language.
Yes, we do.
And just so you know, Ms. Rowe, last time I had him, I said I was going to nail his feet to the floor so he could move around like that. But
Yep.
all right, Mr. Milton, I have here a statement of defendant on plea of guilty to an amended charge of reckless driving. And on that form, it looks like Ms. Rowe signed for you. Did you give her your authority to do so?
Well, I wrote approved via telephone.
And Mr. Milton, did you give Ms. Rowe your authority to acknowledge your signature there?
I did indeed.
Okay, thank you. And you understand by pleading guilty, you give up the constitutional rights that you and I have discussed before, and the same rights appear on the plea form.
Sure. Yep.
And Ms. Rowe, you discussing potential immigration consequences.
I did, Your Honor, and there are none.
Thank you. And Mr. Milton, you understand the sentence recommendation in this case is to give you credit for time served. And Ms. Rowe, is there a calculation of those days?
I haven't had the chance. I didn't have the chance to just today.
Okay, I'll take a look here, see what we have. All right, looks like 3 days in jail, credit for 3 days served. So you understand that with 361 days being suspended for 2 years, Mr. Milton?
Sounds like everything Miss Rowe went over with me.
Yep.
Yep. I
Okay.
agree.
And you understand you'll be required to get a chemical dependency evaluation, comply with any treatment recommended, and complete a DUI victims impact panel.
I have been made aware. Yes. Thank you.
Okay. And you also understand that Department of Licensing will suspend your license for a period of 30 days based on a plea to a reckless driving charge.
I have been informed that that should have already taken place. Is that not correct?
I have no idea whether they have instituted that or not. That's an issue for Department of Licensing and you, and Ms.
Gotcha.
Rowe can help you with that. Okay.
Understood. Thank you.
All right. And your statement indicates that on the 11th of April of this year in Thurston County, you were operating a motor vehicle. You did so with wanton disregard for the safety of persons or property. That's the legal definition of reckless driving. You agree that occurred?
By the legal definition, I will agree.
Thank you. I'll find sufficient factual basis for defendant's plea. Find the plea is made knowingly, voluntarily, with full understanding of the consequence. Accordingly, I accept defendant's plea and are finding guilty based on that plea.
And Your Honor, if I'm sure that you noticed this.
I did. Yes.
This plea is dismissal of the other case.
I did see that.
Okay.
And
it's very important.
Based on my acceptance of the plea to the amended charge of reckless driving, I will grant the state's motion to dismiss the charge of obstructing a law enforcement officer. And I will sign a dismissal order right now. And based on my acceptance of the plea, grant state's motion to amend the charge of driving under the influence to a charge of reckless driving, violation of RCW 4661500. And Ms. Rowe, anything further on sentencing?
No, Your Honor, we are asking the court to follow the recommendation. This was a negotiated recommendation. It's also one that Mr. Milton feels comfortable with. So we're just asking the court to accept and follow the recommendation. We would also ask the court to give Mr. Milton until December 1st to get his eval and any classes or treatment that might be needed.
All right, thank you. And Mr. Milton, anything else you would like to say today?
Oh, shoot. No, I think I'm going to go look into joining that set free program I heard about here in Olympia, and I should be good to go by December 1st.
Okay, good to hear. All right.
Yeah.
So I'll impose the sentence as recommended, 3 days in jail, credit for 3 days served. You have no further time to serve, 361 days suspended for 2 years. On condition during that 2-year period, no alcohol, no marijuana. You're not to enter any bar or tavern. Don't refuse any breath tests. Don't drive unless you have a valid license and insurance. Department of Licensing will suspend your license for 30 days, perhaps, unless they've already done it. You are to show proof by the 1st of December that you have had your chemical dependency evaluation, are compliant with any treatment, and completed the victim's impact panel.
Okay.
All right.
And Mr. Milton, if you would, can you call me on Monday, and then I'll make sure you get all the resources you need to get those classes done.
Okay, let me make sure. Once again, I should have your phone number in my wallet right now, but I sure would hate to think that I did and don't. Thank you, Connor.
And you know how to get in touch with him and send him your phone number, Ms. Rowe?
His number changes often. He's writing mine down. 360.
Okay. Yep.
209 6814.
Okay.
Call me Monday, please.
Okay, Miss Rowe, Monday.
All right. Thank you, Mr. Milton. Good to see you.
Thank you, Your Honor.
Thank you, Mr.
All right.
Milton. I
Thank
believe
you.
that's
Thank
all
you.
I have this morning.
Thank you, Ms.
Beautiful.
Rowe.
Thank you so much, everybody.
Yeah, bye-bye.
Later. Thank you.
And Mr. Bezderka.
Yes, Your Honor, we call Barbara Burke.